This is a notary audio video recording. We are not attorneys licensed to practice law and may not give legal advice or accept fees for legal advice. What is an all-purpose acknowledgement form? So we're told a form that shows that a notary public has established the identity of the signers and witnessed the signature of a document. It only demonstrates that the document has been signed and does not make any claims about the information in the document. An acknowledgment is a declaration by an individual before a notarial officer that the individual has signed a record for the purpose stated in the record, and if the record is signed in a representative capacity, the individual signed the record with proper authority and signed it as the act of the individual or entity identified in the record. A notarial officer who takes an acknowledgment of a record shall determine from personal knowledge or satisfactory evidence of the identity of the individual all of the following. The individual appeared before the notarial officer and making the acknowledgment has the identity claimed. Or two, the signature on the record is a signature of the individual. The person acknowledging the record must personally appear before the notary. In addition, the person who signed the document in the notary presence or acknowledge that the signature of the document is his or her own signature. Okay? So, what are the required elements of an acknowledgement certificate? The notarial certificate will contain the words acknowledge before me and that he or she executed the instruments for the purpose stated therein. It is extremely important for a notary public to ask the appropriate questions to the signer, and the signer must respond appropriately. A notary public may not notarize a document for a signer who cannot directly acknowledge his or her signature or swear to the truthfulness of the statements in the notarial ceremony. Without the notarial ceremony, the notarial act is not officially executed. Simply signing the notary's name and affixing a notary seal on the document does not constitute a valid notarization. That is very important. People out there notarizing documents and they're not doing the notarial ceremony and saying the notarial ceremony verbiage. What verbiage must I use in the notarial ceremony for taking an acknowledgement? When taking an acknowledgement, the notary must ask the signer in a verbal ceremony the following questions. Are you acknowledging to me that this is your signature? Or are you acknowledging to me that you signed this document for the purpose stated therein? Or are you acknowledging to me that you signed this document willingly at your own free will? Indeed, the signer must answer in the affirmative by saying yes to all of those above questions. That is very, very important. Can a notary notarize an acknowledgement certificate written in pencil on a document? The answer is no. A notary public must never execute a notarial certificate in pencil because the certificate may be altered after it leaves the notary public, and there's no way of you to know that, basically. So this is an example of a all-purpose acknowledgement and how you would fill that out. So let me, 1 second. So right here where it says state of, you would put the state that you are in. So you put your state. So if your state is California, put California, New Jersey, New York, Florida, whatever state you're in at the point of time doing the notarization or you did the notarization for this all-purpose acknowledgement, either one, whether you did it already or you're doing it and it has an all-purpose acknowledgement attached to it. You put the state that you're in. County of, you want to put the county that you're in at that time as well. I spelled county wrong on that. And then you want to put the date. For the date, you always want to spell out. Like I spell out the date for that area. I never put like 10 and then anything. So you want to spell out the date. So we're going to put that. I don't think I have a full one. So let's put. Let's just create that now. Okay, so you put the full date. Before me, you want to put before you, the notary. Oh, why did I make two? I saved them both and personally appeared. You want to put the signers who appeared in front of you name here. Then you want to check off whichever one of these are applicable to you. You want to check that off or put an X in there. Put the X in one. Then you want to notarize. You want to make sure you read these. Underline whether it was they, she, they, he, their, and or is. Let's put that in there. How big is that line? Let's do it. You want to underline. For this purpose, say it was a single person, so is. Put it was a her. So then there's one more. She. There's another one right here. Okay, and then you want to notarize it by signing. Do you want to stick your notary stamp here? Anywhere in this white spot. You don't want your notary stamp to go over any of the language. You want to make sure it's clear and it's not going over any of the language or text in the this documentation. Then you want to go down here. You want to put the title of the document, the number of pages, the date of. So say it was the mortgage. Just say 15 pages about. Pages. I don't think I have a lot of this. I deleted those already. I don't know why I deleted. It's like the mortgage. You put the date. There, you don't have to write the date out if you don't want to. And then if there's any other signers, you put the signers. And that's pretty much it on that. We're going to close. We have other acknowledgments, types, same thing, state of. You're going to place the state that you're in. I'm going to make that smaller so it can fit in there. 12 is still too small. 10. State that you're in, county of, the county that you're in at that time. Make that small, but then not save the county. Make that smaller. County of. I certify that on, and you want to put the date. Person, you came before me and stated to me the satisfact that the person of, so that we don't have to underline anything. And then you want to go ahead and basically notarize it. Put your stamp, put your notary signature, and notarize that document. So that's a different type of acknowledgement as well. There's different acknowledgement forms that you're going to see. There's this one here. Same thing. Title of the document. You want to put the title of the document. You want to put the date on the document. County that you were in at the time when you did it. Pretty much the same thing. The date before you, you're going to put the notary signature to personally appear before you, which are the signers of the signers' names. Put the date. Notary signature. And then your stamp. Then you also want to make it a habit of underlining whether it was day or day. So you could put, since I'm going to put one name, just put it underneath his. So I'm going to make it a his. And if you're in a different state, you want to cross that out. Put your line through it. If you're not in that state, you want to put your line through the word. I don't want to make another. I guess I could just make a longer line and call it a day instead of attach a bunch of these to it. But we're just going to do that right now. Put the state that you're in. If you're in a different state, you as a notary, you want to initial it. Put your little initial. If it's a commercial loan and you have to attach, or a commercial document you're doing, you have to attach acknowledgement for corporation. Same thing, you put the state that you're in, the county, the date, fill this out, stamp, sign, and stamp. I don't want to make this video long, so we can keep it short there. But that's basically how you'd fill out those acknowledgments. Thank you for being a Notary Audio App Premium member, and thank you for watching this video. Keep on learning.